In this lesson, we'll create a custom shelf to easily access tools we'll use often. The custom shelf is going to help us to really speed up the process of rigging our character. Okay, we'll just be able to click whatever tool we need from that shelf and build. So to create one, we'll go to the drop down arrow at the top left hand corner in Maya and just go to new shelf. We'll name it. We can call this DT underscore NGC for next game character or next generation character, and then followed by shelf. Okay, so once it has been labeled, we'll hit OK, and we're ready to start adding our tools. So to start out with, we can add our freeze transforms, our center pivot, and delete by type history. So we'll just press Control Shift, and we'll go to modify. We can go to freeze transformations, add that, and then again to modify, holding Control and Shift, we'll go down to center pivot, and then we go to edit, delete by type, history. Okay, and you also saw a hotkey for that Alt D. But with all of these added, this is going to be helpful to clean up certain things like control objects and any other objects in our scene that we may need to. Alright, so now that this is done, now we can start adding skeleton tools. So we want to make sure we're in our animation module. We can press F2 to quickly access that. And again, holding Control Shift, we'll go to skeleton and we'll add our join tool. Okay. From there, we'll access our IK handle tool. We'll also access our spline IK handle tool, which we'll be using to create the character's vertebrae. Great, and next in line we can add our mirror joints tool. So again, under skeleton, mirror joint tool, which is going to be very helpful for us as well. And then we will also go ahead and create a or add another tool, our component editor, when it comes time to painting weights on our character. And being that this is a low res character, if we were to select it, I really like to use the component editor for a majority of the time. You can use the paint weights tool if you like, but I'm really going to be working with the component editor, and if we need to, we can always use the paint weights tool. So you can feel free to add that if you like, but I'm not going to. Alrighty, well, now that we have created our custom shelves, our next task is actually going to be to start creating some curves we can use to quickly add to our shelf. Okay, so these are going to be control objects that we'll use for our character, and rather than having to keep creating them, we could just store them with a button. So let's say we go ahead and stop the lesson here, and in the next lesson we'll work on creating those mail buttons we'll use to generate control objects.